Hello there, and welcome back to Scarab and Scribe After Dark, where we uncover the mysteries, the myths, and the occasional madness of history. I'm your host, Sean Lee, your guide to the weird and wonderful past. Today, we're diving into one of the most captivating enigmas of ancient Egypt, the hunt for Nefertiti, the mystery of Egypt's lost queen. Now, Nefertiti is one of the most famous figures from antiquity, yet so much about her life, and especially her disappearance, remains shrouded in mystery. Was she a queen, a co-ruler, a pharaoh in her own right? Did she fall out of favour, die young, or perhaps step into an entirely new identity? Get ready, because today we're unravelling one of history's greatest puzzles. Before we dive in, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to stay tuned for even more deep dives into history's mysteries. And if you love what we do here, please share this video with someone else who's as fascinated by the past as you are. Now, let's step back over 3,000 years and meet a woman who left a legacy and a lot of unanswered questions. To understand why Nefertiti's disappearance is so tantalizing, we have to start with her rise. Nefertiti appears in the historical record during the reign of Akhenaten, one of Egypt's most radical and controversial pharaohs. Together, they upended centuries of tradition, introducing a monotheistic religion worshipping the Aten, the sun disk. And when I say together, I mean together. Nefertiti wasn't just sitting on the sidelines. She's often depicted alongside Akhenaten in ways that are almost unheard of for queens in Egypt. She's shown performing rituals, leading worship, and even striking enemies in the symbolic smiting pose, an honour typically reserved only for the pharaoh. There's no question that Nefertiti held a unique position of power. Some scholars believe she may have even been a co-ruler with Akhenaten during the height of his reign. But was she truly an equal? Probably not. While Nefertiti was undeniably influential, Akhenaten still held ultimate authority. He was the pharaoh, after all, the living god, and Egypt's supreme ruler. Nefertiti's extraordinary role as his partner in both religion and politics, however, was unprecedented, but it did not make her an equal in status. Her prominence, however, was a game-changer, and it's one of the reasons why her story continues to captivate us today. And then, as quick as she appeared, she was gone. Around the 12th year of Akhenaten's reign, Nefertiti disappears from the historical record altogether. No more grand release, no inscriptions mentioning her name, nothing. It's as if she was erased overnight. Now, let's be clear here. Ancient Egypt did not have a paparazzi or gossip columns, so gaps in the record are not unusual. But for someone who was as visible and significant as Nefertiti to simply vanish, that is strange. And that strangeness has fueled centuries of speculation. What happened to her? Did she die of natural causes? Was she exiled? Did she fall out of favour with Akhenaten? Or did she step into a new role entirely? We're now going to explore some of these theories. Now, the simplest explanation is often the likeliest. Nefertiti may have died of natural causes. Illness, childbirth, an accident. It's more than possible that her life ended prematurely, as it happened all too often in the ancient world. But if this was the case, why do we not have any record of her death? In ancient Egypt, royal deaths were typically marked with elaborate tombs, funerary texts, and inscriptions praising the deceased. None of that, however, exists for Nefertiti, at least what we can find. Did her death occur during a period of political turmoil, leaving her without the proper honours? Or was it downplayed for reasons we may never know? Another possibility that pops up is that Nefertiti fell out of favour with Akhenaten. Perhaps she disagreed with his increasingly extreme religious policies, or maybe there was a political or a personal rift. In this scenario, she might have been stripped of her titles and relegated to relative obscurity. But here's the catch. Even disgraced figures often left some trace in the historical record. For Nefertiti to vanish almost entirely suggests something more deliberate or unusual occurred. Now, the next theory is where things get really interesting. Some scholars, and myself included, believe that Nefertiti didn't disappear at all. Instead, it's possible she took on a new identity as either Pharaoh Smenkhare or Pharaoh Nefertiti. Smenkhare and Nefertiti are enigmatic figures in Egyptian history, rulers who appeared briefly after Akhenaten's reign and then vanished, much like Nefertiti herself. Could Nefertiti, Smenkhare, or Nefertiti be the same person? This theory suggests that Nefertiti may have adopted this new name and title to solidify power during a period of instability. If true, It'd make her one of the few women in history to rule as a pharaoh, similar to Hatshepsut. But the evidence is frustratingly inconclusive. We have no definitive proof linking Nefertiti to either of these pharaohs, only tantalizing hints. And then there's the tomb. In 2015, Egyptologist Nicholas Rees proposed that Nefertiti's burial chamber may lay hidden beneath the walls of Tutankhamun's tomb. Scans of the tomb have revealed voids that some believe could conceal a hidden chamber, perhaps even Nefertiti's long-lost resting place. This theory sparked worldwide excitement, but subsequent scans have produced conflicting results. Today, no hidden chamber has been conclusively found. If Nefertiti's tomb is out there, it could hold the answers to so many of these questions. Was she buried as a queen, as a pharaoh, or none of them at all? The discovery of her tomb would certainly be one of the greatest archaeological finds of all time. Whatever the truth is, one thing is certain: Nefertiti's legacy endures. She remains one of the most iconic figures of ancient Egypt, thanks in part to her famous bust, the epitome of ancient beauty. But her story is far more than skin deep. She was a queen, a partner in one of history's most radical reigns, and possibly even a ruler in her own right. Her disappearance may remain unsolved, but her impact is undeniable. And that, after all, is the beauty of history. It is full of mysteries just waiting to be uncovered, new discoveries that could rewrite everything we think. Until then, she remains one of the most fascinating enigmas of the ancient world. Thanks again for joining me on this journey through the life and mysteries of Nefertiti. If you've enjoyed this video, once again, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you'll never miss a future episode. And if you have any of your own theories about what happened to Nefertiti, or any comments to make on the ones we proposed, please drop them in the comments. I really would love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, the past isn't just history, it's a story we're still writing. Thank you very much.